Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Chase Race number 9 of the Season 8 NRSL Outback Xfinity Series here at Sebring. We are getting ready for the second to last race of the season and of the chase. After this, the finale at Zenjoltis is left, and we will determine who will be our championship competitors. We do know a few that will be able, well, at least one person that will be safe and will be bound for the championship. That's RJ Bishop, but as far as the rest are concerned, it is a mystery. Scott Roush on the pole for today's race. Next to him, Jesse Turner. Third, Patrick Smith. Fourth, FP Jones. Third, the highest rating chaser there. Fifth, Nathan Hudson. Sixth, Jessica Shelton. Seventh is Kyle Matthews. Eighth, Ramey Fisher. Ninth, Adam Flickinger. Plenty of top 10 is Taryn Jeffries. Rest are starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. And a lot of interesting names you're seeing there. Benjamin Miles with a good starting spot there. RJ Bishop in the 98 you see is quite a ways back there, which that is not good for that team. They're going to be starting in the 39th position. A poor qualifying effort on the final row. Ace Rogers and Angel Navarro. Ironic enough, Angel Navarro, he last won this race in the Cup Series. He's going to start dead last. Very poor qualifying effort for that 23 team, as not a good run for him at all. So here are the points coming in. RJ Bishop has a 6 points lead over Benjamin Miles. You see the 42 with a good start right there. As long as he does not get into trouble, he will be bound for a championship, which is good. Other notables that are there, you got Zach Fletcher, Courtney Keith. They are a total of 16 back. Sokoli is 19. Deaver keeping his hopes alive after the back-to-back wins. Well, with the 9 where he's starting, he's probably not going to get 3 in a row. Ace Rogers, he still has a shot, as too is Jake Baskinger and Seth Cole, Nathan Fisher, Ron Bishop, Cody Lamas. Unfortunately, the ones who are not able to battle for the championship include FP Jones III, Kyle Matthews, and that is it. Everyone else still has a shot. We shall see what will happen, but I guarantee you if RJ Bishop makes a slip, keep an eye on some of the drivers in the rear of the field that may have a second chance at trying to get a good run. We shall see what will happen. We're about ready to get the command to get the drivers start your engines. Let's go down trackside and get those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command's been given. 17 laps of action, of course, because we're at a road course. Cautions will be turned off for this event. So we shall see how it'll go if everyone will be going in this race. And and problems for Jesse Turner in the 78. He did not get going. I think another car. Yeah, Brett Pritchard in the 3. Oh, wow. One car got going. It was Scott Roush. And Pritchard and Turner not going to get going. Wow, for once, when Turner gets a good qualifying effort, it just goes down the drain. So now, NRSL officials are telling Scott Roush, go slow. Now these drivers are going in the 50s. And, well, you see Scott Roush going 35 miles an hour here. Now, the camera angles are pretty good. There we go. Just waiting for that one right there. This is a very popular road course. We started using this road course. I think it was either last season or 2 seasons ago, but I want to say it was 2 seasons ago. Am I hearing some plowing right now? I'm not sure. I thought I heard people just bouncing off one another in the rear and all. But pace car making a dive down the pit road. 17 laps of action. The second to last race of the chase is here, and we are green flag here at Sebring. So now the 2 drivers of Pritchard and Turner, they're going to have to wait until the drivers pass by in order to go back out on the track. So that is a tough break for both drivers. So now that they can do that, we'll see if they get their situation fixed. But in the meantime, Roush enjoying his lead. Now FP Jones III trying to go underneath Patrick Smith for the second position. And remember last time with Patrick Smith, caused some controversy. And, oh, do we have a car go around? Oh, we did. Jake Baskinger. RJ Bishop, the points leader. Ace Rogers also involved. James Qualls also wrecked. And Qualls is done just like that. Jake Baskinger, heavy damage on the 2. Carter Friesen with damage. And this will be a trouble spot for sure. See Deaver with a very poor qualifying effort in the 9, but is ahead of the points leader, which is a big sign right there. But now he's got to hope. Benjamin Miles also has a decent, but more of a poor run, as RJ Bishop, you see, is having difficulty trying to get around Jake Baskinger, and this is helping Benjamin Miles and others who were kind of close by right there. And Baskinger not playing nice at all there, but RJ Bishop, see the points play. He didn't really look like have any damage, but you can see he's still quite a ways back. And now, finally, we'll be able to get around the Red Bull Chevrolet. Right there is, whoa, he took that corner a little too hot right there. Wow, he's swerving Irvin there. Cole Deaver going on the rumble strips a little bit right there, and already a wild first lap. Battle for position, that's Nathan Hudson and Ramian Fisher. That's for position. So far, FP Jones III, the top chaser right now, as Scott Roush will lead lap number 1. I think, did both drivers retire out of the race? Yes, they did. A camshaft issue on Jesse Turner and a piston issue on Brett Pritchard. And man, that's just been tough luck right there for both of those drivers. And Pritchard, a great season, but unfortunately will be a part of the Cup Series next season, not under SKM. You see the skid marks of where the wreck happened. We'll take a look at all the wrecks taking play at the end of the race. Battle for a chase position. Benjamin Miles, he knows he can take full advantage of that points lead right here. He's looking for a good run. Will he play it safe or will he be risky? 3 wide behind. That is Ron Bishop on that extreme inside line. And it's going to go 2 for 1 at least. Or is he? Yes, he will make it work. Even though he's got Charles Sanford still to his left there. And Courtney Keefe trying to take advantage right now. Well, Ron Bishop thought he was clear right there. Now Courtney Keefe going to follow the 88 right there. As now she sticks her nose underneath. And man, I thought that was going to be the end for Ron Bishop and Courtney Keith right there. Because remember, if you make one wrong move at this track, it's not just the car you're turning, but yourself. You're going to get into a situation, and it's going to end your day. This course is mainly a right-hander. If you've noticed, a lot of the right-hand turns are there. But this is probably one of the few left-handers where these cars could really get it. But this is where the strong right-hander could come on in. And wow. Oh, and there goes Ron Bishop and Charles Sanford. Around they go. However, no one really getting into one another, and that's good for Cole Deaver there. He got around another chaser. Wow, cars are really in the back. They're just trying to hang on for dear life, and wow, they're going a little crazy as yikes. Ace Rogers and, oh, Jackie Tang with damage in the 7. And Qualls finally limping on pit road, but the problem is that there's oil now out on the track because of it. And Ace Rogers really trying to make RJ Bishop pay. He's trying to take a position and is trying to get the spot. He's got Angel Navarro all over in front of him and will get the spot. Carter Friesen coming down pit road as now James Qualls finally out of the race. Battle for a chase position. That's Nathan Fisher and Joshua Sicoli. See, Miles is still hanging around the 9th position. You're going to see a lot of the battles for the chase position throughout this point. Sicoli has some front end damage. Wow, the Southern Point Chevrolet has some front end damage. You see the buckle on the hood. That is not good right there. Wow, some contact between Fisher and Sicoli there. Well, they notice the points leader's not having a good run, but they need to worry about now second in the points, not too far ahead. Oh, Becker took out Sicoli and Fisher. Ron Bishop just avoids it. Fisher goes involved. Now Ron Bishop gets involved. Wrecking behind. That's Finn Guy, Angel Navarro. Tang, Meyer. Fisher. That is going to end his championship hopes just like that, and we will see a brand new champion, no brotherly love. Maybe from what it looks, well, let me see real quickly with Nathan Fisher's. Joshua Osborne is slow. Oh, yeah, he was a total of 20 back. Yeah, there's no way. Patrick Smith. He's involved right there. That's going to end his day. Well, I got to give credit to one chaser right now who's been able to not only avoid the wrecks, but he's ahead of the points leader, and that's Cole Deaver. However, the problem is he needs to be a little more far up in the front, and he needs to, well, hope some name like RJ Bishop and Benjamin Miles both get involved. Battle for 9th, Adam Flickinger. Winner at Michigan. See a bunch of cars on pit road there. Nathan Stapleton, Kyle Matthews, Joshua Sicoli. Devin Becker. Seth Cole under fire from RJ Bishop. That's for a chase point right there. And with Sokoli, yeah, he's also going to be eliminated because of that right there. Wow, Ace Rogers really wants that position from RJ Bishop. He's got to be careful because they are all in a corn effect as Scott Roush continues to lead by at least 2.5 seconds. Oh, and Ace Rogers put a nose onto the corner. Really's not liking RJ at all. Oh, is he going to turn him? Is he going to turn him? Oh my goodness, how they're not wrecking right there. I'm actually amazed. And RJ will get a chase point on Seth Cole. Ace Rogers trying to follow will do the same. Oh, and Ace took that corner wrong, and Seth Cole going to take advantage of that right there. Good job by RJ Bishop to make sure he doesn't really lose a lot of points. Elijah Leonard's got some front end damage right there, and whoa, seen Benny Watson right there kind of check up right there and almost spun his car out. Miles trying to run away from that 42 who's taken a position up there as Courtney Keith lost a spot right there. But right now she's 10th. She's trying to be really careful with that 74 right there who's been flying up to the front of the field there. That 74 has got some horsepower in that machine. But up in the front is all Scott Roush right now. He is just continuing to lead and at least trying to add one more win in his NRSL resume. Trying to win, I believe, his second career Xfinity race. He's trying to hold off FP Jones III, which has had, at first, a great chase and then a disastrous chase. 3 wide for position, and that is not good. Because you don't want to be in that scenario. Wow, and Fisher was on the right corner panel of Taryn Jeffries, and wise move by Fisher to get out of there. And now Kyle Matthews trying to get ahead of all these cars right here as they continue to battle. Jones III running away. Oh, contact behind. That was Adam Flickinger battling his teammate, Benny Watson, and Courtney Keith on the left rear corner. Oh, they're going to take each other out, and Courtney Keith is done. Just like that, and another one bites the dust. Courtney Keith was a total of 16 back, and there goes her chances, as well as Adam's race. Seth Cole now slipping back. He lost a spot to Jeffrey Fingar right there. RJ Bishop slowly working his way back up through there. And now Kyle Matthews trying to hang on from Benjamin Miles in the 42. He knows he's got to attack as that 42. Battle for third. Or sixth, rather. My bad. Because they're still battling. Scott Roush, though, with a commanding lead over FP Jones III. Jones has been kind of trimming the time a little bit, but Nathan Hudson, the 81, trying to do what he can to catch up to both Jones and Scott Roush, and Hudson is actually doing so on catching up to Jones III. Now remember, Hudson has had a little bit of history with Navarro and his drivers, so I won't be surprised if they're going to really battle each other well, but we'll see what will happen as Elijah Leonard right now running in 12th. Give some credit. That car's got a buckle in that hood, and it's still driving absolutely amazing as Benjamin Miles, man, he is just trying to tear the field apart right there. And Kyle Matthews trying to get back on the attack on Benjamin Miles in that Hertz Kodak Chevrolet for Sedgwick Motorsports. Right now, Miles in a really good position. He's not battling with anyone. He's not making dangerous moves. Just kind of getting out of that hole and making sure he's run away. And, man, Leonard in 10th right now with that buckled up hood. Nathan Orman in 11th right now. A good run for the 95. Kyle Keith in the 19, under fire from Cody Lamas. That's just a regular position. No chase point right there. And there's Zach Flickinger right there. Oh, man, Kyle Keith got a little squirrely right there. Flickinger, he knows. Next car he's got to worry about behind him is Cole Deaver. And give credit to RJ. He's been working around cars. Him and Ace Rogers, I guess they've been working together. Which isn't helping the 91's cause because you have to remember Ace Rogers, he's a total of 26 back, which, you know, he needed to be ahead of him, and that's not good. Flickinger trying to go underneath Curtis for position. Curtis runs on the rumble strips a little bit right there, and so far, Flickinger looks like he's going to get that spot. He's on the preferred line because they're on the big left-hander right here. They're going to get really squirrely, and this is where I think Flickinger is going to get it right here. Right in these S-turns right here. And yep, Flickinger will get the spot right there. And now Leonard. Under fire from Nathan Orman. That's a battle for that 10th position. Orman trying the high line right there. That's a gutsy move. Especially the fact that that left side is where you want to be in turn 1. Because that is a mainly left-hander portion of the track. Leonard trying to clear. Not a bad move by the Rusty Chevrolet. Give him some credit as Scott Roush has decided to come down pit road on lap 7 of 17, which I'm actually amazed he's doing it this early. So Jones III led that lap. Still great battle right now for top 10 spot right here. Or what should be now inside the top 10, I should say. So this would technically be a battle for 9th. And they're really giving a good battle right here. Our two drivers who really haven't been having a lot of good runs this season, but we know one driver will be back next season. That's the 87 of Leonard, and the driver that won't be back next season, the 95 of Orman. Well, look out, FP Jones III. Nathan Hudson has really reeled in that 18 car, and remember, both are Toyotas. They may look alike, but they are not teammates here. I guarantee you with Hudson there, when he really tries to battle for that lead, he's going to show Jones no mercy right here. He doesn't care. Jones also, remember, keep in mind, is mathematically eliminated. So, should be interesting to see what the Z-Line Designs is going against the Darling of the Franks Toyota right there. Taryn Jeffries. Not a bad job for the 45. A not bad road course ringer. To the Latvian's name is, oh, Miles got a little contact with Jessica Shelton right there you just seen. I think Orman's going to get the spot right here because of where he's in. Because they're really still battling here. And are they going to come down pit road this time by? Yes, indeed the case. The leaders coming on down. Who's going to stay out? Jessica Shelton, Benjamin Miles. Bunch of drivers staying out as Orman got the spot and will come down pit road. Whole bunch of drivers. Cole Deaver also notably, as well as Zach Flickinger. RJ Bishop coming down. Same for Ace Rogers. Rogers immediately coming to his stall. Same for RJ. Jeffrey Finguy down. Angel Navarro down. Seth Cole down. Connor Meyer. There's Jackie Tang. And there's Scott Roush. That's going to be interesting to see if he's going to be ahead of all the leaders here. I don't know. That's going to be worth a shot. But Jones III going to be ahead of Hudson. Both got out literally at the same time. Jones trying to gun it. You can see it. Roush got ahead of Hudson, but not ahead of Jones III. So Jones will hold on for the lead from that portion of the group. Carter Friesen back down. Ron Bishop. Same with him. Patrick Smith, who's way off the pace. Jessica Shelton, your leader, who is going through the right-hander here. It'll be interesting to see how her, Miles, Watson, Matthews, Hanley, Leonard, Kyle Keith, Lamas, Curtis all do when they come down pit road. I think the main eye out of all this will definitely be the 42, because remember that second in the points, and when you look back between the two, like as mentioned there, is separated by 6 points. 6 points really does not sound like a whole lot, but trust me, with these chase points, it is a lot. Remember, the only chasers stayed out were Matthews and Miles, as two with Cody Lamas. Only 3 chasers stayed out of that entirety of the field. The leaders are coming down, and Elijah Leonard looks like he's going to stay out an extra lap. Oh, he missed pit road. That's what happened. He missed pit road, so he's got to continue now. He couldn't swing it around, and he missed leading that lap, so Leonard missed pit road, who's having pretty much a crappy day to begin with, and you can see the right side damage now shown. So So they're really going to have to buff that car out as they're going to do service. You hear the leaders, Scott Roush. Holding off Jones III. Hudson not too far back. See how they are correlation. Really not too far apart right there. And they are ahead of Shelton and Benny Watson right there. Miles with a little bit of a poor pit stop right there. And Cole Deaver trying to reel in Kyle Matthews. He has been the Cinderella story of what to do as a chaser. So I guarantee you when Leonard comes down pit road, which will definitely be this time, the leader will be Scott Roush, then will be Jones III, and then will be Nathan Hudson for third. So when we come to the line, it will be 8 laps to go. And the Stanley Tools Metallica Chevrolet just, I guarantee you, he's one to forget this season, but at the same time, he is a rookie. You never know his sophomore season, he could explode. Literally. Because you can see where Roush is compared to where Leonard is. They're not really that far apart, so I guarantee you Roush will be the new leader, as Leonard, though, coming on down lap 9 of 17. So that is interesting. Leonard may not have to do a second stop. He could actually stay out if he could and maybe win the race. That could work out, but don't forget, they got to repair that damage, not just on the hood a little bit, but also on that right side you've seen there. And Leonard's got a long way to go. There's his stall right there. See, Patrick Smith is also down in that 15 as they're doing the right sides on his car. And there will be the leader at the line, Scott Roush. It will be updated next time by. So Patrick Smith coming out of the course. And remember last season, his history, when he drove the 12 car, and he caused a wreck with the championship competitors, and it really changed the landscape of what happened. Ironic enough, he's damaged this time, and that's really not going to help out. How about Nathan Orman just inside the top 10 in 9th, and Benjamin Miles dealing with Nicholas Wade. That is for 11th. Wade trying to hold on, Miles trying to take it. You have to give credit to Benjamin Miles. He has had one incredible season here. 3 wins to his resume, and he has not looked back. Had a little bit of a struggle in the chase, but a little bit of a dip, but overcame. He led the majority of the chase, but just had a couple runs where just had bad runs, and someone took opportunity of it. Cole Deaver got ahead of Kyle Matthews there for position and chase point. Now his next target is set on a non-chaser. That is William Brock in the 26. And they're actually reeling in Nicholas Wade and Benjamin Miles. However, there's one problem for Deaver. Not only is he a total of 21 back, but there's some chasers that got involved out of the race. So let's document those out of the race that are chasers. There's Jake Baskinger with 1. Joshua Sicoli with 2. Nathan Fisher with 3. Courtney Keith with 4. Those are the 4 chasers out of the race. So the lowest that any chaser could get at this point that are remaining on the track is 5 points. Now RJ, you kind of seen in the background where Benjamin Miles is. Not too far away. He actually had a really good pit stop, and he's jumped up to 17th after that incident on lap 1. Got to give credit to that 98 team. They really made a good comeback, and they're keeping themselves alive. I think for Deaver, his main worry is RJ Bishop. But you notice he's only got 1 chaser ahead of him, and his next target would have to be second in points, Benjamin Miles, which I guarantee you is also just as hungry to make sure he has a closer chance to battle for the championship. Because their next chaser ahead of them is Jones III in 2nd place. So right now they got a lot of good points, but RJ Bishop's really been tearing this course apart piece by piece. But I guarantee you this, if pit stops come again for the second and final time, how will it be when the drivers come out? And the other question will be is how will the A7 be as a battle, as a try to pass to get around the lap car. Nathan Ormond will have no problem. TJ Hanley going to have an even easier no problem there. And we'll get around right there. Right now, actually, 10th is, well, was Nicholas Wade. Now it is Benjamin Miles. So only 2 chasers in the top 10. The chasers have been underperforming, especially being wrecked out. And Scott Roush still having to deal with Jones III, but it has been the Scott Roush show today, and he has just been absolutely amazing in that Ford Mustang GT. And Zach Flickinger, what happened to the 96? Him and Ron Bishop, a late pit stop there. Quite a ways back here. They're probably doing a weird pit strategy. It may pay off, who knows. Now there's Elijah Leonard. There's where you see him right now. Now, he's right now 25th on the course. He may get lucky because he came down pit road on lap 9. He was supposed to come down lap 8, but missed his stall and got right side damage. Now, you've seen they repaired that damage up. However, see, the car's still somewhat performing pretty good. That little buckle in the hood hasn't really affected the car at all, let alone the damage on the right side. But I don't know, though. We shall see what will happen if the rest of the leaders come down pit road. Oh, and Patrick Smith spun out. And now RJ Bishop under fire from DJ Curtis. Wow, they spun the lap car out. And I have a feeling it may have been the points leader that may have gotten into him. And if that's the case, oh boy. DJ Kerr's trying to take full advantage of what happened here. But this is where RJ's probably going to get his run right here. Or maybe not. DJ Kerr's going to get ahead of him. How about that? This is his second to last start in any NRSL series. And will be retired at the end of this season. It was a battle for 17th right there. Nice move by Curtis. And look at this here. Benjamin Miles, Kyle Matthews, and Cole Deaver all within one another. Ooh, Kyle Matthews almost got into Benjamin Miles right there. That would have been a real drastic turn for the 42 team. TJ Hanley really battling hard, but Nathan Ormond, look at him, pushing him off the course a little bit, and Hanley going to get the spot. Sometimes that's what you got to do to really get that position. Meanwhile, top 3 still remain the same, and Scott Roush, is he coming down? Yes, he is. All 3 leaders coming down. Lap 12 of 17. Sheldon coming down. Taryn Jeffries, Benny Watson, Ramian Fisher, TJ Hanley, Nathan Ormond. They're all coming down. Miles, though, will stay out. Same with Matthews. Deaver coming down. Bishop is also down. Just about all the chasers are down, with the exception of the 42. Well, now that brings a question to this driver right here. What's going to happen now is they're taking gas and even a couple tires. And, oh, Roush didn't get a good stop. Jones got ahead. Hudson got ahead. Roush choked the pit stop, and look at who got ahead. Jones and Hudson. Oh, that 60 was caught napping and lost the lead. Deaver got ahead of William Brock right there. Bishop got ahead of Charles Sanford. Lamas and Ace Rogers now getting out. Elijah Leonard's come down. So no strategy that will come into play. However, Zach Flickinger way far in the rear of the field. I don't think he's going to try to pass any other chaser, as to with Ron Bishop. I noticed, too, there's also a little more damage on the 15. But, of course, no cautions. So now Miles, Matthews, Kyle Keefe, DJ Curtis, they all stayed out. There's Jones, who's had also a good season, just a very poor chase. I'm actually very surprised that these leaders came all down together and didn't do any different pit strategy. I thought we were going to see some strategy coming in today, but Miles and Matthews going to stay out as well. Well, this changes a lot of things here. Top 4 staying out. How would it be for Matthews to try to overthrow Benjamin Miles on a win right there? That would cost him like 3 points right there alone. For Matthews, he doesn't have anything to lose. He messed down the battle for a championship. Miles is trying to run away and look for his 4th win of the season. We've only seen one driver do that before. That was in the Cup Series. That was Mason Powers. No drivers came close. It's been 3 or less. Jones the third, remember, she has to be extremely careful with that 15 up ahead if they do approach, because if those 4 come down and Jones makes a mistake with that slow damaged car, that would strike an end to that 18 car, and the next person that would capitalize would be Nathan Hudson in the 81. For some apparent reason, this track likes to have a good retirement send-off here. I don't know why, but it does. The eyes are on these 4 drivers to see if they're going to come down pit road. 2 chasers and 2 non-chasers. 3 Chevys and a Toyota. Best Ford right now, Scott Roush, who I cannot believe how he messed up that pit stop, and that is going to cost him a win right there. What a shame for that 60 team, because they were just so dominant. And Jones has caught Patrick Smith in the 15. This is where Hudson needs to take full advantage because of the fact that now the 18's trying to swing wide. And what a good move by Jones to get around at a good time. Use the straightaways to the advantage. Hudson now going to have difficulty. That's what the 18 needed. Oh, and just about turned Patrick Smith right there. And the 4 stay out again. That may have ended Hudson's chance for the win right there. Checking through the field, you were seeing Cole Deaver. I think his Cinderella season is going to end on a sad note there. He's only ahead of 1 spot, and 1 point really is just not enough. There's no way. Seth Cole going to come on down. Going to surrender 11th. Ron Bishop at 28th. A poor run right there for him. Zach Flickinger in 26th. That's going to end both of their runs as well. The only way I see they may have a shot is like RJ Bishop blows a motor and it ends his chance. And then something would have to happen to Miles along the way too. But it does not look like it's going to happen. How about Jeffrey Finguy now in the top 20 and Angel Navarro in 20th? A good, not bad run for both of those drivers. They were in the rear of the field most of this race and hanging in there. But the big story definitely has to be RJ Bishop. Got involved in a wreck on lap 1. Spun out. Didn't get damaged. Lost down the pack. Made up his spots on pit road. And everybody else wrecking out. And here he is. Nearly in the top 15 trying to do what he can to get around William Brock. But I guarantee you he's going to have to be really careful when he tries to make a pass here, because if he gets a little over-aggressive, does the 98, then oh boy, can Benjamin Miles really overcome a lot of things. Because we've seen a couple times how drivers, they'll get within the quarter panels of other drivers, and they just make a bad move, and a huge mistake can cost everything there. Cole Deaver doing the same thing. I think he knows he's trying to attack. He's got nothing else left to prove. He's really just trying to pass cars, but the next chaser is like way too far up ahead, and it's FP Jones. FP Jones there. The 4 come down. Ford, all 4 leaders coming down pit road. Benjamin Miles, Kyle Matthews, Kyle Keith, and DJ Curtis coming to 2 to go. So now it may be down to Jones and Nathan Hudson. There you see all 4 of them coming into their stall. They're not going to hold on gas. Miles a quick gas in and out, and Miles going to lose the lead, of course. Any other chasers? Oh, now Patrick Smith being an issue to Ramey and Fisher here. Matthews hit the rubble strips a little bit right there, and same for Curtis. Nope, not really a whole lot there. Kyle Keefe, though, trying to see if he can pass not only a few more cars, but try to see if he can pass Benjamin Miles right there. Oh, Fisher giving a little contact with Patrick Smith. And Fisher is having a lot of difficulty trying to get around this 15 car, because now here comes Kyle Keith as he's going to take full advantage of that right there. That 12 car is upset. He nearly tried to turn him because of that. Oh, they're getting wadded up over here. That's right around where Cole Deaver's area is, and not too far behind RJ Bishop, because, man, if they wreck right there, that would have been trouble right there. Oh, there goes Smith. Fisher had enough, and he turns him. Avoids the 9. And Fisher going into the tires. That will end the 12's day. Smith smoking. Bishop now having to swing wide. I think that may be all she wrote for all the wrecks there. But Jones the third got one more lap trying to see if she could pick up her 3rd win of the season. She's trying to hold on for dear life on Nathan Hudson here. See, both literally have the exact same car, and Hudson is trying to reel in that 18 as best he can because he is a really good road course racer. But I just don't know if he's going to have enough time to try to see if he can do it. But the white flag is displayed for FP Jones III. Final lap here at Sebring. Jones III, a developmental driver for Archangel Racing for Angel Navarro from New York, trying to do what she can and pick up her 2nd win, I think it is, of the season. Or no, I'm sorry, 3rd win of the season. My apologies. She would join Cole Deaver as the 3rd 3-time winner this season, along with Benjamin Miles. Miles was the first to do so, winning early on in those 3 races. Cole Deaver was the latest. He won at Mossport, then he won at Pigs Creek and Kansas, the last 2 races. And now Jones, who won at Papyrus, then won a chase race earlier this season, and now trying to win here at Sebring. Hudson trying to do whatever he can at 81, trying to score a win. But I just don't know if he's going to be able to make a move on that 18, because all those passing attempts and everything, he's just not having enough grip right there. Jones the third trying to make sure he uses her turns pretty good. You see Hudson trying to use a little lane lower there, but this is where some interesting racing moments can happen. There's a battle for 3rd behind. That's not what we're focused on, though. We're focusing on the battle for the lead. Jones the third trying to get around these corners with no problem. Her and Hudson, no problem. Hudson had a better entry into the corner, but I think that's going to seal the deal right there. Nice battle for 3rd behind, though, between Jeffries and Scott Roush. But I think Scott Roush will hold on. But coming off the final corner, FP Jones III in the Z-Line Designs Toyota Camry for Archangel Racing. He's going to come off the final turn. Going to see the checker flag in hand. And FP Jones III is a winner yet again. She wins at Sebring. Jeffries will actually get around Scott Roush. Miles will cross the line 7th. Matthews 8th. Cole Deaver will come away 13th. And RJ Bishop will be 15th right there. So we know for sure Benjamin Miles and RJ Bishop, they will definitely be battling for that championship. But as far as the rest of the drivers is concerned, it remains a big question mark. So now, this is where the fun part begins, because before this race began, there were two other drivers. Actually, 4 drivers, all within at least a race length behind. However, the 3 others outside of Benjamin Miles, that were Seth Cole, Courtney Keith, and Joshua Sicoli, 2 of them ended up having bad, or not Sicoli, my apologies, Zach Flickinger rather. Flickinger had a horrendous run. Ended up 23rd. They were a total of 16 back. So that's going to eliminate him. Courtney Keith got involved in a wreck. That eliminated her. And Seth Cole in the 55 did just as worse as Flickinger, so he's eliminated. And it looks like the battle will be not Ace Rogers. Why am I saying Ace Rogers? It will be RJ Bishop versus Benjamin Miles. That was a 6-point gap between the two drivers. Miles had 2 drivers ahead. So it is a 4-point gap in the battle for the championship between RJ Bishop, first-time driver bound for a championship, as 2 is Benjamin Miles here in the Xfinity Series. Ironic enough, both of them will be going to Cup next season, and this is their one and only shot at battling for this championship. So what a great effort by the rest of the drivers. Unfortunately, these will be the 2 that will battle it out and duke it out to see who's going to win the championship. But let's look at the rest of your finishing results. FP Jones III will be victorious after a disastrous couple of runs there. Finally, we'll get a good redemption. Not a bad send-off. She'll win. Nathan Hudson, a great effort for the 81. Just a little bit of a mistake on pit road, but still a great run. He trimmed the lead by about a couple tenths there. Just not enough time, though. He'll come away second, though. A great run regardless. Taryn Jeffries had a great run in third. Scott Roush, you have to feel for him. He had the most dominant car all day, but a bad pit stop by the 60 team costed him the win and a chance for trying to at least win one more race in his career. He'll come away fourth. Jessica Sheldon, a very quiet run, but a nice top 5 run for that 20 team. Betty Watson, top 10 run in 6th. Benjamin Miles, we already mentioned, in 7th. Kyle Matthews came away in 8th. A good run for the 62 team. Of course, not enough regardless because way behind, but still a good run. 9th was Kyle Keith. A good run for him in that number 19 car there. And Nathan Orban, top 10 run for the 95. Not a bad run at all. Let's look at your top 10 results. Here's the rest of the field. We've already mentioned some of the other drivers. Cole Deaver, you have to give credit to his Cinderella run towards the end. I guarantee you if he was up in the front, bound for that win, and also the fact that, RJ Bishop would have had an issue, even if Benjamin Miles even had a small issue, he probably could have been up there battling for the championship as well because, he was a total of 21 back, and, it was like 5 points separated 6 points separated, battle for a championship, but unfortunately just not enough. But a great comeback for the 9 team. Just sadly not enough, though. RJ Bishop, we mentioned the points leader. He will come away 15th. That will be an interesting battle for the championship between those drivers. Angel Navarro coming away 19th. Cody Lamas in 20th. Ace Rogers fell back to 21st there. Zach Flickinger, bad run for him in 23rd. That solidified his run there. Seth Cole, 25th. Ron Bishop, 26th. Jackie Tang, just not a good run for him at all in 28th. There is the Xfinity Cup champion from last season, rather. Ramey Fisher got knocked out of the race there. Yeah, so all the drivers out of the race. So we already know what happened with Turner and Pritchard. So we're going to take a look on the side and see what happened on the lap 1 with James Qualls and others. So we'll be right back. Here's a look at the wrecks taking play of what happened. Well, this is going to involve James Qualls, but you see up ahead Carter Friesen and Jake Baskinger. We're going to look at that in a second. But you see mainly because of that wreck right there, you see Nicholas Wade just kind of get a little squirrely right there. And then you see, look like Seth Cole, I think that was right there. No, that's Cody Lamas, rather, going into William Brock, who then goes into James Qualls. Cars are sliding all over the place like crazy. And right there, James Qualls just takes a nice shot to the tires. That kills the car immediately right there and ends his run. Now, let's take a look at what happened a little bit up ahead, mainly to also the rear of the field. Let's go to Jake Baskinger in the 2 here. So you see a lot of these drivers are kind of checking up into that corner right here. Carter Friesen just kind of slipped a bit. TJ Haley, nowhere to go. It goes into that 84 right there, and then both of them are going to go around. They hit the steel rail. That wasn't as bad of an impact rather than going into the tires. But then you see up ahead, with that part of the incident right there, they're all trying to avoid these drivers right here. Hartnett, all them right there, just avoiding it. Now, RJ, what happened to him and Ace Rogers? This is a turning point right here because, oh, wow, this was right here in the rear of the field. Now, remember, RJ Bishop, Ace Rogers, they started in the rear of the field. Same with Angel Navarro. They all survived, got top 20s, keep in mind. And Navarro got into his corner panel going into Ace Rogers, which sent the 91 around. RJ actually slid, and watch his speed right here. He is hitting the brakes for dear life. And he just hits the wall just a tiny bit right here, right there. That's all his damage was. And he still kept the car together and actually got away with a good finish there. Give credit to that 98 team. That's what's kept them not only in the battle for a championship, which that's kind of obvious because he's the points leader, but also to the fact that, well, it could have been a lot worse for how that wreck would have been. And many thought with where RJ was at, because, he got ahead of Ace Rogers. They were working together, got ahead of Baskinger, how it was there. So that's what happened to them. Let's go to the next accident. Well, this was an interesting thing. Just a tough little spot right here. It's just road course racing right here. So you see there's going to be a little bit of contact between Deaver and Sicoli. And then Devin Becker kind of bumps Nathan Fisher right here. Now you see Fisher slips up right here. Becker immediately goes 3 wide. And Fisher just does not see it right here. He's just on the corner. And right there, all 3 of them just go into that tire barrier right here. And that's the worst place to crash right there. Because if you notice, all 3 get taken out right here. Nathan Fisher really didn't get the worst end of it. Sicoli did. But if you look carefully, kind of see it all within this area alone. Stapleton runs into Nathan Fisher. Nowhere to go for them. Then you see Joshua Osborne. He's trying to swerve. Ron Bishop gets a little piece right there. Finn Guy slides. Connor Meyer goes into Manuel Hartnett. Bishop takes an avoidtive action there. Jackie Tang doing the same as well. And Austin Navarro kind of slid right there too, which I did not even know. There you see Osborne. I think he got involved right there, but... Oh, yeah, because whatever he hit, man, something broke on that car, so you could tell that speed and all that was done. So that's what happened to Osborne and all those drivers. See, real quickly, where's Baskinger at? Let's see if we can find the 2 car here. Okay, he's already out of the race. Let's just see real quick with the 2. Oh, whoa, I didn't even notice this. And I think he was trying to come down pit road and he flat out missed it. Let's see real quick. Yeah, because Ace Rogers went easily ahead. Oh, and that's just a late commitment right here. And I think Baskinger must have broke his wheel right there. You see, he's trying to turn. And he just immediately goes straight into the pit wall. And that's what ends the Red Bulls Chevrolet Camaro's day. Unfortunately, wings did not fly over the pit wall barrier there. So that is a huge F right there for Baskinger. I did not even notice that at all. So that's what happened to him. Let's look at the next incident. Well, you see, this is just also tricky road course racing still. But you see how 3 wide really is bad. You see Benny Watson, Adam Flickinger's, both the Flickinger racing cars right here. They're racing Courtney a little hard there. You see Courtney's on that left corner panel of Adam Flickinger right there. And you really don't want to be in that scenario. And that's just exhibit A of what not to do coming off that corner. And you see both drivers take a hard lick into the tires. Hard lick right there. And I mean, that is a shot to the tire wall right there for both drivers. Do have word Adam is okay, which that's a good sign to hear right there. Courtney, of course, car didn't get going. It just, stopped on the course. We don't have anything yet, but if we do, we find out. But that was a lick right there for that Pepsi DuPont Chevrolet there. And this is what not to do when you're being extremely impatient here. Now, you see, the 12 car is getting really held up by, the 12's getting held up by the 15. Kyle Keefe's already gotten by. Nathan Orman's about ready to make it by. You see, the 12's just had enough. So he says, you know what? I've had enough of your stuff. I'm dumping you. The problem with Raymond Fisher, he's already onto the grass. So when Patrick hit the wall, it kind of clipped the 12. The braking point's already there. He hit the grass. Nice miss by Hanley to use the brakes right there. And you see Fisher's already sliding in half grass, half asphalt. Patrick Smith, on the other hand, he's sliding around too. See if we get a good angle here. Nope, not really. Okay, so you can see, and then Fisher just head on into there. Patrick Smith, that car's smoking because of hitting that guardrail, and it ends Ramey Fisher's day. He was in the top 5 for most of this race, and unfortunately, the Procore Chevrolet going to end up with a DNF in this race. Tough break right there. Those were the main incidents that took play for this race. In the end, FP Jones III victorious. So one last look at the results as you see. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to share, give it a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the NRSL, and hit the subscribe button down below. And we will see you guys later for the Cup race tomorrow. And of course, the finale at Zenjoltis. RJ Bishop versus Benjamin Miles for the Xfinity Championship. Till then, this is your boy DeYoung signing off here from Sebring and the Xfinity Series. Till then, goodbye, everybody. Points at the end of the video like always.